If we break these highs and we start moving higher, I may jump on some longs up to 34K, and then I'll see what happens up here, and then I'll consider selling again. I'm looking at crypto from a level to level perspective. Every time it hits a different level, I'll consider buying or selling. So if we hit this 34, which is right above this huge resistance zone, I'll probably sell any spot that I buy right here at 30K. Okay, so this is a weekly chart, right? And we're in this triangle range. Now we need to be hunting for shorts because also here, let's go to a daily. What else happened? We had this huge run up from the bottom of March to April, an entire month of an up move. And we had a breakdown of this parallel channel, right? You see the big break. So right now, until this breaks down, we're still kind of in an uptrend. However, I don't like that we're at the top of the range. So I would prefer, so I'm hunting for shorts simply because we are at the top of the range. And we have on our RSI a breakdown. We had a breakdown right here. This was your uptrend right here. And here's your breakdown. We had M'd out. We confirmed the M. Now, what are we doing right now? All we're doing is retesting the breakdown. So we retest right up to here, retest and do this and then breakdown. That's what we're looking at. And you can look at stochastic RSI is already down at the bottom of the range. Traditionally, if stochastic RSI is like this, is a very bearish sign, especially on a daily chart. So we're not looking good. This move, in my opinion, is simply a retest of the breakdown, and it accomplishes two things. It stops anyone out that got really hyped. The market was going to completely dump. Okay, so it stopped all those people out, liquidated them. Then on top of that, it's causing everyone that's shorted in options, they're getting wrecked right now. So their options are all going to zero. And the market makers are making a ton on the fees. And on top of that, it brings the VIX stack back down. Now, VIX is very important. I've talked about the VIX on other shows. I want to talk about natural gas, by the way, because it's making a huge breakout here on a 3-day chart. But I'm going to pull up the VIX, get rid of this. And you can see on a daily chart, the VIX also had a deviation. And now it's creating the second one. First deviation. Then we want a second one to create that second W. And that second W is what's going to give us that move push higher, right? And if we're looking at it in EWT terms, Elliott wave, this would be wave 1, and then wave 2 is this pullback, and then wave 3 is going to be the big, should be the big push higher. Let's go to a little bit lower time frame, say an 8 hour, a 8 hour and a 4 hour chart. See with the 4 hour and 8, 9 came in. We hit the midpoint of my channel, and also we tagged right here this big resistance zone. We went through it, stopped anyone out that had longs, and then reversed. You know, almost textbook price action. You can see on an 8 hour, we had an 8 come in and we reversed on that. I usually like to, let's look at a 4 hour. Let's check to see what is going on with RSI. You can see price is breaking up. I'm going to get rid of some of these. Price is actually breaking up from my downtrend line. I'm surprised at how much it pushed higher. So what I would do next is I would look at something like a 1 hour, and I would use this trend line and see when we finally reverse. Like right now, it's just embedded. Stochastic RSI is embedded up here. RSI is embedded. So I'm going to create an alert on the trend line, crossing once per bar. And once I start getting alerts that RSI is starting to cross down, that's when I know I can start looking for potential short opportunities. Even now, I could do something like this, right, with my fibs, and I can start looking for short opportunities once we get up here to 61.8 area and even a little bit higher. That's where I can look for divergence, start up here, and then get short. I want to see what happens this Friday, though. Price might just be held here. We might push up a little bit higher, and then come Friday, we'll push up here to this area, and we'll just stay in this range all of Friday. And then come Monday, we'll get one more push up to here, 4150 area. And then we roll over hard. That's what I'm looking at. I think RSI will do something like this. It will do like this until next week. We'll get one more push up and then it will break down. And you'll actually break down from here, which is your second line you would draw, right? So you would break down through here, probably do something like this and then break down. Obviously, I'm not mirroring this. The time frame is not exact. Here's the start of Monday here. So keep in mind, this is Friday. And then this is Monday. And this might even happen go into Tuesday. We'll just say like this is next week. This is until Friday. And again, why do I think that? This is going to happen, and that's because of the options expiry. Maximum profits for market makers. Why do I think the Bitcoin bottom is not in? Okay, here's the big reason, Eddie. Because Bitcoin has only ever rallied when the Fed is printing money. Those are when we've had the biggest rallies. I think with the current strict monetary policy, the likelihood of Bitcoin rallying extremely hard is low. Now, is it bullish right now? Yes. If you have spot, I'm not telling you to sell it because the 2-week is still up. Until this 2-week RSI breaks down, I'm not saying sell your spot. I'm saying we're looking to hunt shorts, which you can use to hedge your spot. So let's say you long spot either here or here. You can hedge it with shorts. Now, I admit for TRI, I have sold our spot positions. I have sold them and I'm waiting. If we break, look, let's go to a daily chart. If we break these highs, right? When we start moving higher, I may jump on some longs up to 34K, and then I'll see what happens up here. And then I'll consider selling again. I'm looking at crypto from a level to level perspective. Every time it hits a different level, I'll consider buying or selling. So if we hit this 34, which is right above this huge resistance zone, this is a massive resistance area. If we come in here, I'll probably sell any spot that I buy right here at 30K. Now, is that a huge move? No, it's only, what kind of move is this? Say I buy here and I sell here. No, but it's still 10%. That's nice. 10% is great. So I wouldn't complain about that trade. But right now, I'm seeing breakdowns on a daily chart that are making me turn bearish. These kind of breakdowns, you know, I just can't consider getting long. I had the same thing happen back here with price action right here. This was a huge breakdown right here when we went below 22,000. And then I simply drew my lines on my other side of the chart. And usually I use actually a 12-hour, right? 8-hour, 12-hour. And then on the 8-hour reversal, normally I would use an 8-hour, I could get long again, and I would get long here. Here was my long right here at 20,587, and then I can ride price up until it breaks down. So here's simple. Okay, I exit up here, and then I draw it again, and I do that. Okay, and my entry is here maybe, and then also here, and then I ride the next one. Okay, and then on the breakdown, I exit again. Breakdown right here like that, and there's your exit, which is exactly what I did, by the way. I exited at 30,200. That's all I've been doing. It's not as simple as it looks. I'm making it sound very simple, but that's the very basic scenario that I'm following based on what I'm seeing with price action and what I'm hearing from certain people I'm talking to. I know certain people that are very good at making money in businesses and absolutely terrible traders. They are goo goo gaga long right now. Okay, they've been long since we hit 30K, and they're expecting a move to the moon. I like to counter trade those type of people. So that is another thing influencing, you know, my thought process here. Am I a little bit of a perma bear? Yes, I will admit that. But for now, I need to stay rational. I saw a breakdown. I exited my position. I haven't seen a break higher yet for RSI in a huge way. I need to see that, and then I can consider these possible long scenarios here. Okay. On top of that, the monthly chart looks like crap. So we've got 3 days to recover. This monthly close is a big deal. If monthly closes down here, right? If we close at like 28 or something, that's going to create a candle that looks like this and a wick, right? That is not a bearish, that is not a bullish candle. That is a bearish candle. So that is another reason why I would not be too excited about being long Bitcoin. Okay, hopefully that is a extremely long-winded answer to your question, Mr. Edoshi Stakamura. I'm just trading it. I'm not saying that you have to sell your spot, but I would suggest hedging with maybe shorts.